Cecilia, thank you so much for being with us on Boardroom Buzz.
Thank you, Julia. It's great to be here.
What is your advice to boards for how to build a diverse and inclusive boardroom, and how is that beneficial to the organization?
It's a really important question. I have 3 pieces of advice. First, the board has a defined set of skills and experiences that they want for the future success of the board. And I find boards don't necessarily refresh that on a regular basis. So refreshing that either annually or every other year, I think is really important to do. And then second, while it might sound simple, engage a search firm and make sure that search firm can deliver a diverse slate, understand what other searches they've done, and then pair that with referrals from your board. But the search firm enables casting a wider net. And then third, I would say interview liberally. Engage your CHRO and your general counsel to screen candidates, and screen candidates that you might not see as fitting exactly the spec based on the board's CV. You're going to learn a lot more about that candidate and what they can bring to the board in an interview, whether that's Zoom or in person. And finally, what I found is diversity of the board drives diversity of thought, and I think brings better advice to management and better strategies for the company's future success.
Great. Can you talk about how the remit of the compensation committee has evolved?
Yeah, it's very, actually, I would say exciting right now. There's a lot of research out there, and particularly McKinsey has done a study on, what high-performing companies do. And, high-performing companies have high-performing talent. And yet it's ironic, the board doesn't spend much time beyond the C-suite. And so there is a evolution right now on the remit of the compensation committee to expand it to leadership development or talent development. We have recently benchmarked the Fortune 250, and quite a few of the compensation committees are expanding their remit. Quest Diagnostics did that about a year ago, and the board is really pushing management to ensure we have robust development plans for those that are on succession for the C-suite. I think that's good for the future success of the company.
And speaking of succession, what is your advice for boards that are embarking on a CEO succession planning process?
It's been said before, but it's worth repeating. You can never start too early with succession. Things happen, things come up, acquisitions, issues that delay the board's focus or shift the board's focus from succession. So having a very deliberate calendar for reviewing succession planning is really important. And what I would offer is engaging advisors, multiple advisors for succession planning. We all have seen 1, 2, maybe 3 successions. These advisors have seen 25, 40, 50 successions. They are bringing a lot more intelligence and experience to the process. So engaging an advisor that can help you particularly assess the internal candidates. We know internal candidates, particularly the board, know a lens of that internal candidate, maybe 1, maybe 2 lenses. We all know CEOs are a multi-dimensional leader. And so getting some advice to assess the internal candidates, I think, is particularly important versus when you go to do a market scan. It helps to bring a very robust assessment of the candidates as the path proceeds.
That's really great advice. Thank you so much for being with us on Boardroom Buzz.
You're welcome. Great to be here.